Hi guys, is Rolex Chromalight a bunch of marketing hype? Let's find out. G'day watchers, welcome to Perth WAtch, your horology channel, broadcasting from right here in Perth, Western Australia. Today I have on a Rolex Explorer 2. This is courtesy of friend and local supporter Graham, who's lent me a lot of watches to feature on the channel. What I want to do in this video is to compare Rolex Chromalight Lume with other watches. And you know, Rolex kind of come out and say that their in-house Lume is better than others. Is that just nonsense? Is this just something they say with no basis? This is what I want to find out, and hopefully we will come to the bottom of it. So what I have is a comparison with a few other pieces, and just going from left to right in the layout that I have. At first I have thrown in the INVICTA Pro Diver, here represented by my lovely blue 9094. But I've said before that Invicta Tritnite is really shit night. It's really quite crappy and there's a worst in class, and some people have disagreed, but let's throw it in here for comparison so that you guys can see for sure. And next up along the lineup is the Seiko Diver. I really can use any Seiko Diver. The Lumibrite on Seiko is excellent on your divers, and in this video I've used my Shogun. It's just something that I like. So that's the stand-in for a Seiko Diver's 200 meter watch. Next up is a SuperLuminova quality piece. I've put my Oris Aquis date because it is really a pretty well applied SuperLuminova. I find that it performs excellently and compares very well to everything else I've owned. So SuperLuminova, of course, like other Lume, it depends on the amount of application, the thickness that they've applied. In this Oris, I find that it equals anything that I have. So this is my stand-in for a SuperLuminova watch. It is not C3, it's BGW9 blue color, but the Chromalight is also blue, so I think this is a fair matchup. Hopefully, we'll see it work out. The next along the lineup, number 4, is of course the Rolex Explorer 2 that I reviewed recently, and I want to put it in here for the lineup. And then for just a bit of laughs, I put in a Tritium watch, right? It's my Ball Engineer Hydrocarbon GMT. And as we know, Tritium, if you're not familiar with it, doesn't fade, right? It doesn't grow as bright as phosphorescent Lume, standard Lume initially, but it never fades through any particular night. So it should outdo it, at the end of the night for sure. But let's just put it in here for the comparison. In terms of the approach to this Lume comparison, initially I charge all the watches up, or at least the first 4, with a bright LED torch. I give them a full 15 seconds of charge each, and then I go back and give them another 5 just to top up, make sure nothing's lost in the as I charge up each in turn. And then we go to a dark room, and I'm going to expose these watches at ISO 3200. 1 second exposure, and I'll put the aperture rating down the video and the description at the bottom here for you guys to repeat this experiment if you wish. So you can see as we go along, I've taken an initial burst photo. Of course at first it's going to be very bright, and then I've taken photo every 10 minutes for the next 2 hours. And as you expect, the Lume will fade with time. What is interesting is that in the first hour, the standard Lumes kind of outshine the Tritium watch, the Ball watch. But as you reach about the hour mark, they kind of even out, or except for Invicta Tritnite, that kind of fades out very quickly, right? You can see in the photos here. And then after the first hour, I think the Tritium comes into its own, certainly at the 1 hour and a half mark, and later the Tritium blows everything else away. But I guess the question really, what we're asking here is the Rolex Chromalight, does it actually work better than others? And I think you can see from this video and the exposures that I've done here, it doesn't. The Oris actually is the best performer out of this lot of watches at the end of 2 hours. And the Chromalight and the Lumibrite are kind of the same, looking at the pictures here. And then of course the Tritium blasts everything else away. So there you go guys, that's my Lume comparison, my Lume battle of Rolex Chromalight, the marketing hype Lume that they like to promote and therefore say that their watches should be worth more. It's just marketing nonsense. It is no better than other good lume like Lumibrite and SuperLuminova. In fact, when SuperLuminova is applied well, it's actually better than the Chromalight, at least in this particular watch. Let me know what you think, guys. Hopefully you found that interesting. Look forward to your comments and your experiences in your lume in the watches, how you find it lasting through the night or not. Guys, if you enjoy my videos, do consider subscribing. New content every week, always aiming to be objective and unbiased about all things horology. Thank you again for sticking with me, and as always, I'll catch you guys again next time.